And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at Boris the coward, Boris the spineless, Boris the flip-flop, Boris the U-turn specialist, Boris the communist. Yep, this one is about free school meals. And it's an actual article from The Guardian, so you know it'll be trash anyway, where he's claimed that no child will go hungry, and he's saluted the virtue signaller himself, the man that talks the talk but won't walk the walk, Marcus Rashford. Now, if you're wondering why I'm saying he talks the talk but don't walk the walk, he's a multi-millionaire, and all he's done so far to help poor children is bash the Tories, like every other Labourite scumbag. Let's watch the video.
People are accusing you of returning to the nasty party. Is that what's happened here?
Typical Guardian. Straight off the bat, first question. Are you going to be a nasty man? Are you going to be a nasty man? These are people that play themselves as journalists. Absolute joke, aren't they? No, Guardian. They're going to be the bucket of blancmange party. The party with no backbone. The lefty liberal party. Or better still, the bankrupt the entire country party. We will never forget this, Boris. The taxpayer should not be paying for everything. We'll be paying forever.
Well, let's be absolutely clear. We're going to make sure that we have no children, no kids, no pupils in our country who go hungry this winter, certainly not as a result of any government inattention. We're focusing on that, as we have done very, very hard over the last few months, and we've given huge sums to local councils to... Yeah, we know, Boris, and our kids are going to have to pay for it, aren't they? Help them out, but also specific sums for helping with meals during what was a very disrupted period. We've now got kids back in school. That's the most important thing. Where they're getting free school meals, I might add. And so we think that the best way of tackling holiday hunger, and it is an issue. Let me say this, it isn't an issue. It has never been an issue. Even in the 70s, when if you were unlucky enough to be out of work, you were on next to nothing, people could still feed their children. This is a joke. It's starting to annoy me now. My mum was a single parent. She's worked numerous jobs. I never missed a meal. Not one. I would like to see where all of these starving children are coming from, because I can honestly say, didn't we have reports recently about obese children? In regards to vouchers for free school meals, I remember when they used to give out milk tokens, and I come from a rough council estate. People were trading milk tokens. You think they're not going to trade food tokens? The only reason a child will go hungry in this country anymore is because the parents are not doing their job, in my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, let me know, but I don't think I am. It seems to be we live in a culture now where it's better for other people to do the job that you should be doing yourself. And I know what the lefties would say at that point. Should you be punishing the children because of bad parenting? No, you shouldn't. But, and there is a but, should you be punishing everybody else because of bad parenting? That would be my reply to that. People like Marcus Rashford who are working on it, I totally salute and understand where he's coming from. Where he's coming from is a virtue signalling soapbox. That's where he's coming from. Let's not forget Marcus Rashford is a very, very rich young footballer. Which means if he really wanted to do something, he could with all of his money. But he doesn't. He just wants to stand on a soapbox and shout at the Tories for being nasty, nasty people and virtue signalling for his own benefit. In my opinion, there is also a glaring problem to Rashford's argument, and it's this. The government don't have money, Rashford. The people have money. We pay taxes that then go to pay these sort of things. So what you're effectively saying is the Tories must pay for school meals, and then eventually the kids will have to pay it all back, because that's what would happen. This is something that we need to focus on. The issue of holiday hunger. Right, Boris, you absolute buffoon, you swamp fraggle. Exactly. Where is this such an issue? If it's been such an issue for so long, how come no one's ever heard of it before? Holiday starvation? Are you serious?
In your absence of acting, during this time, hundreds of cafes, restaurants, some local councils are now pledging to feed children. Marcus Rashford, who you mentioned, has been coordinating that. Do you think it's right for businesses to do what the government isn't doing? And have you spoken to Marcus Rashford about this?
If businesses want to virtue signal as well, go right ahead. But I don't see a need for it. Well, I haven't spoken to Marcus since June, but as I say, I think that what he's doing is terrific, and we support the local councils, and indeed we fund
the local councils, and many of the organisations that are helping in this period.
Yeah, we know, don't we, everyone? We're going to be paying for it our entire lives, and our children's lives, and our children's children's lives, probably. Conservative, my arse.
But we're also, as I said, uplifting universal credit by £1,000.
Great, that's not going to create an even worse welfare state than we've already got, where nobody's working and everyone's on the dole, is it? Absolute morons, these Tories.
And we think that is one of the best ways you can help families in this tough time.
By making them dependent on the state. Are you communist, Boris?
Totally understand the issue of holiday hunger. It is there. We have to deal with it.
Said as a statement of fact, even though I'm from some of the roughest places in the country and I've never seen holiday hunger, as he's putting it, that wasn't a direct result of parents spending the money on other things.
The debate is, how do you deal with it? And we're very proud of the support that we've given. I've said repeatedly throughout this crisis that the government will support families and businesses, jobs and livelihoods across the country. We're going to continue to do that.
You see why I brought this to your attention, everyone? He's more Appeaser than Theresa, innit? He's becoming something I'm quite ashamed of. I actually had high hopes for Boris at the beginning, mainly because he didn't act like a politician. And I was hoping he was going to end up the same as, I don't know, Trump, i.e. driving the establishment insane because he's not towing the line. I was hoping that Boris would do that as well. How wrong was I? So I do apologise if I ever promoted Boris. I was duped just as much as everybody else. But it does seem to be that he will bend to the left on everything now. All they have to do is stamp their feet loud enough and Boris the Appeaser is going to go, okay. Now, I have a major issue with this as well because I've never seen starving kids because that had good parents. I've never seen it. Bad parenting, in my opinion, is the only reason why you would have kids missing any meals. So to try and get the government to pay for your children, in my opinion, just proves how bad a parent you are. Now, I may be wrong on this, I may be wrong, but I don't think I am. I've never seen it, and I've never heard of the phrase holiday hunger before, or holiday starvation. I think this is just fabricated, made up crap to get the Tories. More political football. Only this time, they're using starvation of children that doesn't exist to beat the Tories over the head. The problem with this, my main problem is, the Tories are backing down on everything and throwing money at everything, and this is money that we're going to have to pay. Our children are going to have to pay, and more than likely their children are going to have to pay for a long time, and we are still throwing money away. Why should the normal taxpayer, why should the bus driver, the bin man, the window cleaner have to pay for every Tom, Dick and Harry's kid? If you've got kids and you can't afford to feed them, that's on you, not them. But I'd like to know your opinion on this, everyone. Let me know what your opinion is. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, everyone. I'll see you on the next one.